to on this because of the reset where I was because this game's a piece of shit. I won't give it money anymore. Um, but yeah, back on track. Like, so I've just like I'd rather not, and I think it has a lot to do with the dry drunk stuff. Like, I didn't buy into the dry drunk stuff, even though a good friend of mine who went on the same journey I did of sobriety. Only he is the it only works if you work it. He is a rehabilitation guy and works really hard. In fact, he got moved to New York because he's so important to the company. That's really cool. And even Stephen King talks about dry drunk. Um, but but yeah, I guess I do have anger, but I only have anger issues at work. So like, what is that? That's why I'm pushing so hard on this YouTube shit, and also like, I'm selling grilled cheese for $1 in the park, like that, next to the hot dog vendors, and there's a baseball game always going on. So yeah, I think I'll be doing, just being able to do my own thing. But it's so funny that like I can track every one of my rage incidents to work, and I'm owning that. That's my fault. So I either need to do something about it, which I've tried, or just escape and just not participate in all that. And that's why I want to do the directing thing and the acting thing, because it's not a real job, and you can take 8 months off if you want. And sorry, actors out there, it's not a real job. Fuck you, dude. Yeah, I want to see. Let's watch Chris Hemsworth working at McDonald's, and I don't mean like haha, the cameras are here, this will be funny. I'm like, no, you put in a fucking month at McDonald's, and you get paid what they get paid. Like, no, you guys couldn't handle it. So you guys, actors get to be fussy little buttholes, and get paid for it, which is fine. But you guys got to own it. You people have to own it. But I mean, like, I'm at peace and I like who I am when I'm watching YouTube in this van. I know it's a waste of my potential, but bro, the where I'm supposed to put my potential is just one big pile of shit. Like, I've tried to be cool, tried to be creative, tried to fix things. Like, one thing that really killed me was I worked at Johnny Carino's, and we had desserts, and they were just prep desserts, but we had to do a little prep. So for example, we had like this lemon dessert, and it was essentially like a lemon snowball, only way better, way fancier. It was like lemon cake with a lemon tart frosting inside, filling. And near the end of the night, when we were dead, I was working salads and desserts. Near the end of the night, like, we had to garnish with sauces. So I'd put a rag on my arm, I'd hold the dish on my palm of my hand, and I would take the chocolate syrup for the chocolate cake, and I'd do some fancy streaking with it. One, so it would have horizontal and diagonal and lines on it, and it looked pretty. And I did the same thing with the garnish on the. It was a little powdered sugar. And sometimes I'd put the powdered sugar, like, made it look like some Gordon Ramsay jack-off shit. And I got yelled at for that. They're like, this isn't consistent. And I'm like, but I'm making your desserts absolutely beautiful, and I'm getting in trouble for it. So obviously, like, my potential and creativity that teachers have been telling me about for 13 years is just not accepted. You know where it is accepted? Hollywood. I'm a problem solver. Give me a problem, I will figure out ways to get around it, to come up with solutions. That's where I shine. And the problem with restaurants is restaurants. The problem with corporate America is corporate America, and I can't abide. And call me a lazy piece of shit, because I might, maybe everybody feels that way and they just tuck it in, but I can't tuck it in. And it does make me a bad worker for this capitalism shit. But you know what? You assholes need your movies. You need your music. That's what we do. That's what I do. That's what I want to do. I will own that I'm I could be signing up for auditions. One thing that I can't handle, I really can't, and I know a lot of people can't handle it, but I mean, like, I would literally rather live in a van in a park than fill out forms online and fill out forms. Like, I see a lot of complaints. The main complaint is you walk into a job interview with your resume and they ask you to write your resume down on another piece of paper. And I see a lot of people think that's annoying. That ends it for me. That's trying to think, not a red flag, but like that, I'm done. Like, nope, I'm not going to participate in that. You guys this is stupid. I mean, granularly it shows that they don't value time, they don't value effort, they don't value, you know, the system of like, here you can, they give you the opportunity to PDF they give you the opportunity to PDF your resume, and then they want you to write your resume down. And I'm like, I'd much rather just not do that. And filling out forms, trying to find a password I lost online, it is probably that would be my hell, is just trying to find passwords and filling out job applications online. It's a wretched experience. And these jobs, the thing is that jobs don't respect you anymore. There's no moving up. You know, Grandpa got a job at the steel mill when he was 16 and graduated and retired when he was 60 and got a pension. Jobs don't do that shit anymore, dude. They will drop you after 40 years for no fucking reason. And I started seeing that with my dad. He got let go places. He started being an on-call independent business computer repairman. Started that in the early 90s, man, and it was good. It worked for him. But yeah, he was always getting laid off and getting fired, and he's a good man, he's a good salesman, but our numbers are down, so you have to suffer. Like, man, fuck you. Why doesn't the CEO take a pay cut? Like, that's another reason we're seeing that these CEOs are making millions, maybe billions of dollars, and workers are making butthole minimum wage. And like that, that's hard to accept. The last job I had, I was dishwashing. That was like $21 an hour. In LA, not bad, especially because I didn't have rent. I was working like 3 or 4 days a week. That was okay. But yeah, I got fired from a job where they needed me. They jacked around my paycheck. I tried legal course. Don't give me any fucking advice, because A, it's unsolicited, and B, you don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, they were sending me paychecks to a random address rather than putting it in my direct deposit. I showed them the checks from the random address, and they said, oh, you are getting them. And lawyers told me that I didn't have a chance. So whatever. But that really angered me. So I don't know. I'm getting pissed off just thinking about it. But, and you see, like, and here's the thing with the homeless problem. I just saw something where these homeless people, what they'll do is they'll go to a junkyard and they'll get a junked, totaled motorhome and have it towed to a spot where they're just going to live. Now, the city can't take it away because it's a biohazard problem. So cops can't just come and drag it away because it's a biohazard, because not only is it a totaled vehicle, but like you've been living in there and being gross. But here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. Getting mad at that homeless situation is like getting mad at water for taking the shape of its container. Let's get mad at the people who aren't managing the water properly. I guarantee you our homeless problem would completely fucking disappear if minimum wage was $40. We did that fight for 15 for so long that by the time they're like, okay, we can do 15, it was actually, no, we need 25. Did you know that? And this was a few years ago, so maybe it is up to 40, but that's a living wage, $35 an hour. And in some parts of the country, they're paying these kids fucking $7. This is why there's no loyalty. This is why kids don't want to do it. Don't give me this quiet quitting bullshit. At this dishwashing job, they wanted me to do desserts, and I'm like, that's not what I signed up for. That's not in my job description. And then you'll say, oh, that's probably why they fired. Yeah, that is probably one of the reasons they fired me. And that's shitty. So if you're saying that, you're kind of cucked to the system. I don't think I'm going to win this one. I'm going to bounce off that 113 and go from there. Yeah, so ball bashing and homeless philosophy. How about that? I'm going to lose this. I am going to lose this one. It's going to deflect off the... Yeah, we're done. Oh, Monster, my only treat. Yeah, so when you get mad at, like, drug addicts on the street, like, bro, they need a routine to go collect the money or go steal something or go steal some copper. Like, it's part of a routine. These people want a routine. You know what? The first thing I saw, I lived on 7th and Main in downtown LA, and I walked to work, and I was walking to work at 6 a.m. And you know what I saw? I saw people outside their tents sweeping the front off. I saw them. They had a bag of trash next to their tent. They put a welcome mat out. Like, these people want to own and maintain homes. It's just the system has fucked them. Reagan threw out all of the mentally ill people, and now everybody's mad that there's mentally ill people. So if you've been voting Reagan and R this whole fucking time, this is all kind of your fault. I play what I want and I hate goodbyes.